Hello folks, so welcome to this week's edition of Reflections with the Rocker here. This story takes place, little adjustments here, there we go, good. Takes place in the late 90s, and during that time, David Young and I were kind of living together, traveling to shows together, beat the crap out of each other sometimes, working together, and just you know, wrestling with other, and training wrestlers. This particular afternoon on Saturday, we were heading up to the old gym in Watts, Georgia, and we're going up the road, and Dave's like, "Hey, I got these pack of firecrackers. I'm gonna throw over Danny D's side of the locker room." And the locker room was an old gym, and with a stage. Most of the guys got dressed behind the curtain, but there's a partition that kind of blocks off. There's two sides. If you're looking at from the stage to the far left back corner was where Danny D's the promoter. You know, kept all of his money and stuff like that, and that was his personal locker room, so to speak. And on the opposite side of that was kind of like mine. That was the booker. And anyway, so we're going up the road to do training, and that's when Danny, I'll go back, and he's like, "Hey, I'm going to throw these pack of Black Cat firecrackers over Danny D's side and scare the crap out of him." And, you know, I'm driving around saying, "You know what, Dave? That could give Danny a heart attack." And as soon as I said that, in my mind, like those little cartoons, little light bulb comes off. Yes, people, I do have a mischief, evil side sometimes. We stopped at the store, and Dave goes in, gets whatever he needs to get, and I pull out my phone. "Hey, Danny. See you there." Boop. We go about the deal. We get there, we do some training and whatnot, blah blah stuff, and get close to showtime, and Dave is all giddy, you know, like a little girl, or like, you know, if you've been around Dave Young, you know how he gets that little schoolgirl giddy going on, and he's like telling everybody what's going on, what's going to happen, and how funny this is going to be, blah blah blah. So he lights them, throws them over the wall. They go off. You know how firecrackers can go off pretty loud like that. And this big commotion, bang and clang and all that stuff, and Danny D's comes out behind the partition, doing his best version of Fred Sanford. If you know who that is, Google that for the really, really young kids. He comes out, grabs his heart, arms in the air, and the kicker of it all was foam was coming out of his mouth. He's staggering with that, and then he collapsed. That's when David Young turns a couple shades of paleness. He's like, "Danny! Danny!" He jumps down there, like checking on Danny. He starts doing chest compressions. I don't know if he knows CPR or whatever, but he started doing chest compressions. And every time he pushes his chest, Danny's arms would fly up and foam would spit out of his mouth. He did that 2 or 3 times before he broke character, started laughing. And David Young looks at me, and I'm going to do my best impersonation. "You son of a bitch, I hate you." So you knew he'd been had. And that's what the story, I call it the double turn. Because I went in playing one side, and then I flipped. So what I did, I called Danny and told Danny exactly what was going to happen to the best of my knowledge. But I needed him to go by and get some Alka-Seltzers. As soon as the fireworks go off, throw a couple of Alka-Seltzers in his mouth and then produce the foam, because it's all about the visuals. You can act, but you need visuals, especially when you're with a bunch of wrestlers. And this was a very classic one. Me and Dave tell the story quite often, and you know, it's pretty good. So yeah, I got one up on Dave, this one here, and it was just, you know, it was a classic. And soon as Danny started laughing, he knew he'd been had by the old rocker and stuff. But you know, I always tell people, you would pay more money to see what goes on behind the curtain. It's kind of like the Wizard of Oz, but you don't need to see it. It takes the magic away. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this edition, and oh yeah. I'm going to tag David in this, just to make sure he sees it and has his good memory back of good times, better times with us. Then this is back in our announcement when David still has some hair. Until next time, as Poops and Pops like to say, peace, love. Never trust a rocker. See ya.